Darling, I know it's hard to let go. Soon I will hold you again. Longer days when I'm away, but we'll both pretend to be bold. Darling, I've never been bold.
Flowers you brought, my stomach in knots, but you never seem to be scared. My heart's on pause whenever you're gone, but one day we'll go anywhere. Darling, I've never been there. We will travel many miles. Will we ever see home again? Waves they tower, screams get louder. All I need is your hand in mine. this whole time you were stringing me along. Now I'm crying, I'm trying to hold it down. Told me now you're less sure than before. What did I do to make you walk and close the door? Now I'm crying, I'm trying to hold it down. Oh, but I don't know what to do. What do you suggest I do when a person leaves you blue and that person is you? Told me now you're less sure than before. What did I do to make you walk and close the door? Now I'm crying, I'm trying to hold it down. Oh, but I don't know what to do. What do you suggest I do when a person leaves you blue and that person is you?
Well, it's finally done. I'm really pleased with it. It's lots of learning on this project. All this summer is how to figure out, how to make it structurally sound, and figuring out things how to get it uh, to where I had thought in my mind. I didn't have no plan to work from, so it was quite the feat to make it work. So I was able to use my logger saw chainsaw mill, the timber jig, for the first time. I had bought that a couple of years ago, so I know there was some questions about what I was using. So that's what it is. I'll give some more details on that when I get milling some of the timbers that I need for the cabin here. That's what we'll be doing next. The timber frame cabin. I got started on this a couple of years ago, but it just wasn't the right time for me. So, but now it's a go. I got most of all the materials that I need and more skills that I picked up at the timber framing course that I was at in Golden. So the cabin will be very similar to that structure. So I am looking so forward to actually getting started on this, and I'm going to change the footing on it, the pilings that I'm just going to start from start. So it's redo from the beginning, and with a new mindset, new goal for the cabin, and it's gonna probably take I don't know how long it'll take to do all the materials to cut lists, and but I will work at it each week, so there will be a new video out each week on the process. So, but let's get started on the pilings, and I think it's gonna be, well, that structure we did back in Golden, that was 16 by 20, so it'll be very similar to that. So I will get the cabin footings all laid out, and that will be our next project. I actually want to get that done before it gets to the gets uh, winter's coming. It was a little cool this morning, so more motivation to get the pilings done, and so we'll have something to work from, solid foundation, right? And so, all right, so this was an awesome project. It was quite enjoyable for myself. It was all summer working on it and figuring out as I went, between job and coming back to this project, and doing everything else that I need to do. So it was quite enjoyable. It was an awesome summer. I was able to go canoeing. Took that 2-day training canoeing, and one day on the lake and one day on the river. Did that with my children, and then we did 4 days on the river and 3 nights camping. So that was a total awesome experience. So I will probably do a video on that. So uh, to show the full experience. So it was quite. I really love that. I had hoped to go out one more time this year, but I don't think I will be able to do that. Maybe I can get a day in and come down the river one more time. So not too far from here. So get an afternoon. Hopefully, it'll be nice. All right. Well, thank you to all the new subscribers and the wonderful comments that I see. So I know there were some questions regarding what I was using. That's a Largasol timber jig big mill. It's first time I used it, so that was a learning experience and how to use it properly. Because I to able to get timbers nice and square. It's the better, the more square they are, the easier the building will come together. So I I finally with the cutting, what was it, four rafters. So yeah, um, that was a good learning experience. So I got to learn how to use that timber jig and the chainsaw, and because I do need to build a stronger, some stronger sawhorses. Uh, Attach my rail right on the sawhorses so the rail don't bow when I'm running a chainsaw across it. That chainsaw is pretty heavy, and so I noticed when I was going using the chainsaw across the rail, the weight of the chainsaw would slightly bow my timber. So even with the there's a couple of pegs that you wanted to, I think in the video you saw where I used the pegs and just knocked them into the log itself. It would sometimes those pigs would work their way out with the chainsaw vibrating on the rail. So I think I'll just put it on a put a the whole rail section on some permanently right on some uh, some sawhorses. So bigger sawhorses, not the ones that I have here. So we'll get that set up here, and I want to get that footings in right away. So that will probably get started on that here within the next few days. So it'd be awesome. All right. Well, thank you for joining me on this project, and let's get started on the next one, and we'll get a nice cabin built. So I hope you enjoy this next project. So uh, well, thank you again.
Waking up in the flower bed, the sun is up, table set, we eat and drink. Body and bread, blood and wine, there's a time to live, time to die, and a time to be. Slow down and listen for a heartbeat, with everything in motion. Say a word, hold a hand. Life is not the sum of what we plan, but the in-between. This miracle of human life and the body and time that we occupy, it is all together sacred. Slow down and listen for a heartbeat, with everything in motion. Oh, here now, see the beauty that is woven in every single moment. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. Tomorrow's still a mystery. Don't worry about what you wear or eat, just stop and smell the roses. everything in motion. Oh, here now, see the beauty that is woven in every single moment. In every single moment. Slow down and listen for a heartbeat with everything in motion. Here now, see the beauty that is woven in every single moment.